study,
and play come together on a Windows 11 PC.
And for a limited time, college students get
The best of both worlds.
Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
LinkedIn is great at connecting you with the world's largest professional network. But it can't connect you with motivation on a Monday morning. LinkedIn can help you get insights from your professional community. But it can't give you any insight into why Dave's still talking on mute. And while it can't stop your boss from bringing tuna for lunch, LinkedIn can help bring your career to the next level. LinkedIn is the network that works for you. Visit LinkedIn.com to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by Netflix. The Four Seasons is back for season 2, starring Tina Fey, Will Forte, Coleman Domingo, Marco Calvani, Carrie Kenny Silver, and Erica Henningsen. After a difficult year, your favorite group of friends continues their tradition of vacationing together, now with a baby in tow. From the Jersey Shore to upstate New York and Italy, their getaways are sure to take unexpected turns where comedy ensues. Watch The Four Seasons May 28th only on Netflix.
The road to the NBA Finals ends here, with star guards setting the tone. The Cavs eye another upset, while the Knicks carry the dreams of all of New York. The Eastern Conference Finals continue on ESPN and ABC.
Morning decisions. How about a creamy mocha frappuccino drink? Or sweet vanilla? Smooth caramel maybe? Or a white chocolate mocha? Whichever you choose, delicious coffee awaits. Find Starbucks Frappuccino drinks wherever you buy your groceries.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. As always, it's Noor, and I'm with Taria.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everyone.
Hi, my crackers. Hi, my pizza chips. Hi, my pizza mamas.
Hi, my crackers. That is funny.
Hi, my slam pigs.
Oh, slam pig is even better than slut bucket and slore.
It's better than a cum dumpster.
Yes. Yes. Yes, you slam pig, you whore. Oh,
so good.
We need to get back to that. That's what we need to do to normalize society instead of like gun violence and sometimes physical violence may be needed, but we need to get back to calling people slurs and sluts and whores and whoremongers. I think we would get back to where we should be as a nation.
I'm going to need to sleep on that for a little bit, but I do think that men should be called whores more often.
Yes.
I think Zell always says it, and I think Kara always says it. They're always like, we need to come back to calling men ran through, because these men are ran through.
When my husband wears gray sweatpants, you are not a whore. Go change.
Sir, please.
And then
decent.
You better not go outside with a wave cap on, because that is my lingerie of choice for men. A wave cap and some Timberlands. Just show up to put in some work.
Lingerie of choice. Oh my God. Wait, let's talk about unusual lingeries for our husbands, because for me, it's never when like he's in a suit, like whatever. He wears a suit to work every day. For me, it was like yesterday we were like watching Stranger Things, the animated series with the kids in the basement. And he was just like in a sweatshirt, hair not done. He's like grown his beard out a little bit. Like he's got a 5 o'clock shadow. And he was just like lounging on the couch. And I was like, whoa, what are you trying to do?
Yeah.
What is going on? The kids are right there. And I don't think he has any idea. He's like, okay, weird. And I'm like, you're looking good. And like now that the sun's out, he's like wearing basketball shorts a lot more. And I'm like, oh my God. Wow. So are you trying to have another baby? Because that ship has sailed.
Have a baby by me, baby. Be a millionaire. Have a baby by me. I always, when Corey wears a wave cap, I'm going to get him pregnant. Like, it won't be me. One night, I literally went upstairs before he did. I looked in his top drawer of his nightstand and laid a wave cap on his pillow.
Just to put on something nice.
Yeah. So he came upstairs and he's like, oh, and he looked at me and I forget exactly how it transpired, but basically he was like, where did you find that? Like, I didn't put that there. And I was like, why would I have put it there? Where would I have known to get it? And eventually, I think it was, I don't know if it was the next morning or that night, but I admitted to put it. Well, I didn't quite admit to putting it there, but he was like, that's the one that gives him a headache when it's tied tight. And I was like, oh, my bad. But clearly the headache didn't come till afterwards.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I love him. Oh, when he wears there's just something like feral about a wave cap. And then back in the day when you would wear throwback jerseys and Timberland boots, oh, girl, and some Fahrenheit, what?
I mean, listen, as you know, my husband's from Queens. And like one of the first things he did when we started dating is he asked me, he was like, can you help me get a new wardrobe? Because he had like just gotten his first like job and everything like that. I was like, yeah, of course. So we went and because this man had a slick back bouffant, very new, very Queens.
Okay.
Very Queens. He would wear baggy jeans, Timberlands, and an oversized white t-shirt. Like that is what, and here's the embarrassing thing, Taria. I removed all of that. I was like, okay, you're getting a haircut, you're getting better fitted pants, and you're going to wear better fitted shirts. And here's the thing. He has a sick body. He's been working out since he was 18 every single day. So I was like, you got to show off your body.
Okay, that makes sense.
But now I'm like, why did I do that? Why did I display him to the world? I should have kept that man in his giant shirts and his Timberlands and his jeans and kept all the goods to myself.
To yourself, yes. Now you got him walking around here looking like horse. Exactly. Looking like Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang. You really make me wanna? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh God, girls, we're talking about Atlanta and Rhode Island today. I'm so happy to be talking to you about it. I'm so happy to be talking to you in general, but I'm so happy to be talking to you about Atlanta especially, but also Rhode Island because, you know, it's just so funny to watch like two shows back to back that like Atlanta, I understand why people get passionate about, right? Like, yeah, we've known Portia and Phaedra for so long. We have such a sordid history with them. They're so problematic. Somehow we're on this season and we're like, are we rooting for those two? Like it's a confused. So it's like a complex thing. Tell me why people are already Team Rosie, Team Kelsey, Team Liz, Team Alicia on Rhode Island. Guys, we've known these people for like a total screen time of 120 minutes each. Okay, max.
Yes.
Rula, we have known for about 35 minutes.
Because she's barely there.
She's barely there.
She's in radio. What do they call it? Valley Village or Village of the Valley, where all the producers are. That's where they are.
Yeah.
One thing about Rhode Island, I'm rooting for all of them and none of them. I could care less if one of you didn't come back. I could care none of that. And I'm able to say, oh, in this argument, I was team, if you will, this person. But in this argument, I was actually team the other person. So like people are already using the word iconic. Are you? Nene Leakes is the standard of iconic. How I have to even give it to this wretched, slew-footed wench, Bethany Frankel.
Yeah,
be considered iconic.
Sure,
Ramona could be considered. Teresa.
Yeah.
How dare you? I don't even want to hear iconic with the Lisa Barlows of it all yet. You're not there.
No.
And how dare you put anybody from Rhode Island and iconic in the same sense? You got to earn your keep.
Yeah, you can say in the words of Kenya Moore, this is a potential mother, but you cannot say that she is an icon. Listen, would I make myself Alicia Comardi's emergency contact if I had to? Yes.
Yes.
I would. Mostly because I'm worried about her. I'm concerned about
Yes.
the lights that are on upstairs. You know what I mean?
When you mean the lights aren't home, Brittany.
Yeah. The lights are maybe not home. You know, that's what's going on with Alicia. So it's like, I'm genuinely concerned about this one. And that's why I like want her on my screen all the time. Cause I'm like, I gotta know what the fuck is going on with Alicia. Like, she's so entertaining to me. But to call people iconic, like you guys were salivating over Dolores's twin Liz.
Come
and
on.
Liz is pissing everybody off now.
Yes.
So it's like, guys, just cool it. Okay. Give it like 3 seasons. Honestly, I need these people on my TV for 10 years before they can even be iconic. Kyle Cook is not iconic. He's been on a show for 10 years.
Yes,
Like,
exactly.
let's just cool it. And also, don't make men iconic. That's stupid.
Yeah,
They don't
no,
deserve
that's
it.
strictly for the women.
That's strictly.
Liz, yes, they don't like Liz. To me, I looked at Liz. I said, Liz, you and your blackface bronzer, get out of my face. She's looking a little bit softer in season because she's such a pretty woman. But that makeup, like if you have the wrong or a heavy hand, it can make you look differently. And I love how I keep saying this, I love how soft she looks on the after show and in some scenes. But she is her and her mob boss mentality, even though I can't quite describe, but I feel it, is pissing me off. You are not Drita, okay?
Mm-mm. You are not even Dolores. You
Not
have
even.
Dolores's face on, but you're not Dolores. Okay, we'll get into Rhode Island in a bit, but let's talk about Atlanta first.
Oh,
There's so much going on in Atlanta. Okay. This week, it was a lot of like going back home to Atlanta after this crazy trip. Everybody's having these like little clusters of like, this is how we're unpacking the chaos and paranoia of the plottings and the schemes. But most importantly, we find out that Phaedra is a fucking Reiki master and a flutist.
so when she was on Married to Medicine, I think that was her gateway in because she practiced the Reiki. That was her
that's
gateway
right.
into medicine. Yeah, a Reiki. So she was in medicine.
Oh, God.
To put quotes, but I'm not downplaying Reiki, but I'm just saying for Married to Medicine.
I think it's fair to put quotes on Reiki when we're talking about medical doctors.
You know what? You're right.
Call me crazy. I don't think that that's a crazy thing for you to do, Taria, to be like, let's not call Reiki medicine. We have to put some quotes on medicine. Yes. I don't think that's a controversial take. But at this Reiki event, it goes fully left because my opinion is Kelly's a loser.
Kelly, let me tell you something. I almost got turned on when Portia said, "Get that glass out of my face." You
said, did my husband just walk in with a wave cap?
With a wave cap on? Because we know Portia might be getting ready to put in some work.
Yeah.
Because it was not, like you said, Portia, I think we all at one time have loved Portia and also seen her for her works, but we loved her in spite of. But sometimes it gets harder and harder to keep that same level of love when you continue like, Portia. Yeah. So I haven't abandoned her, but I just have to call out now the fact that I see her for her works even more, right?
Yeah.
But when it was no longer the Portia that could be the glue of the group. Mm-hmm. For lack of a better term, It was the Portia when that video was leaked of them at a Christmas party and her running down a back alley to beat down Candy's assistant in an elf costume. Portia, that's what I got so excited, and I almost tweeted I might be a little toxic because I was like, yes, let her know, because I just feel like, Kelly, you got a lot to say.
Yeah.
You got a lot to say, and half the time you don't. Like you said it to Portia's face in the van, and she has a chili Frito Poussey and all of that. But I just still feel like, what is the reason?
Yeah, what's the beef?
Did you watch No Chaser TV? And
I just watched the clip. I just watched the clip. I just watched the clip, and I guess the theory online is that when the cast first came out last year, Portia was going down the list and said, "Oh, Kelly, I don't know about her," or something like
Yeah,
that, or I'm
she's
going to
like,
find out about her.
there's a new girl named Kels. I don't know about her. I've heard some things.
Yeah. And I think it was like related to the fact that they maybe have dated the same people. First of all, Atlanta is apparently as small as Rhode Island. The same people be fucking the same people all the time. Get some new people. There is so much dick out there. Portia's like, I have fucked all of them. That's why I'm going to
and
slay.
scissored. Mostly all of them.
Also, by the way, it's so funny. This happened last week, but like Portia and Kelly fighting, it cracked me up because Portia again was like, oh, Kelly and I was like, airing myself out. And then Kelly said she wanted a piece of this or whatever. I was like, isn't that what you claimed Candy wanted to do to you?
Right.
Even
though, yes.
Like Portia loves to be like, that person's obsessed with me. They probably want to fuck me. And here's the thing. If Portia Williams was flirting with me, I would be like, yeah, done. Sure. Tell me where you'd like me, because she's just so unbelievably hot. Like, was it Cynthia was saying that she doesn't have two butt cheeks? She actually has two butts melded together as a butt.
Yes.
Like, I think she's so unbelievably beautiful and so hot. So I get it. But like, this whole thing of like, everybody wants to fuck me is so annoying with Portia, but also probably true. But this thing with Kelly is, she said that about the cast. Then the next time Kelly sees her is when they're filming and says, what is this about you and this like married man or whatever?
Yeah, why you take that lady husband?
Why you take that lady's husband? Mm-hmm. And then Portia, I think in that moment said, I'm clocking this bitch.
Yes.
I didn't know you. I said I don't know you. I might know some things about you. You are not helping by behaving this way. And on top of that, like, there is something so loserish about like Kelly being like, oh, Shamia needs a bestie. Let me just like jump in. It's so corny.
To connect to somebody. And also, I feel like Kelly would have probably wanted to be Portia's friend had she not come in with Britt. And this is why I know people don't agree. The last half of the season, when Britt was and Kelly were not getting along, I wanted Britt to come back. I did. I was like, oh, I can see, like, come on, Britt, come back. I wish that she had not have walked away. But I feel like Kelly came in thinking she was going to be the voice of the audience because nobody's addressed. Like, I'm going to address Portia. Why you still that lady's husband? Okay, you said it once. Okay, you said it twice. But enough is enough. Even the whole Portia, that would have played had you said it at the table during.
Had you said it to her face? You've never said it to her face. You love to talk about her. And I'm so tired of Kelly making corny jokes and then sipping on nothing. It's not cute. It's not fun.
Sheree did it better. Even Kim Zolciak did it better. Like, they've all done it better. I just wish, and I think what got me was the whole we hugged and made up.
Yeah.
And then you go and call me Portia to Shamia and Angela. You said it in front of Angela because you knew it was going to get back, because Kelly even said she knew Angela was going to bring it back. Or no, that might have been a different time. But even still, I just rather you would have said it in the moment. So now here we are. I'm going to say something here. I wonder if Kelly is at the end of a glass a lot lately. Because
what do you mean by that?
Alcohol.
Oh! I said, what?
Is that something new?
Full, glass half empty?
Yeah. I don't know. Like, even...
Oh, I hear you. Yeah.
I always refer to this when they were in Dallas and it was Cynthia's group on that caravan, and they get off the caravan and they're walking. They see the bull. Then they're walking to the restaurant. Kelly literally hits the camera. Like, she goes like this, like to the camera. Like, I guess that was on. And I'm like, do know they're not supposed to be there? Meaning they're not supposed. What are you doing? Like, why is your hand going in front? Camera? I just feel like there's been a lot of times it seemed like Kelly might be
at the end of the glass.
At the end of a glass. And I think that's what gives her a little bit of liquid courage.
Yeah.
When it comes to Portia.
Yeah, even that like opening of Nana's Chicken and Waffles, she was like,
Yes.
when she said broken flowers from a broken person, you could just tell by the way she was slurring, by the way she was moving her face, like she is definitely like under the influence of something. And I
Yeah.
get it, like I guess it's like her big thing is like her ex-husband is making it impossible for her to
Yeah.
like film,
Yeah.
which is like, yeah, okay, that sucks. And I think again on No Chaser TV, they were like, you're going through the exact same things that you were making fun of Portia about last season. Like last season, Portia couldn't film in her house. It was like very dramatic. She was going
Mm.
through legal troubles. And now look at you, Kelly. You're also going through legal troubles. You're
Yes.
also having a difficult time filming certain scenes. And you could have been Portia's friend last season and you would have had an ally. But instead, you do loser things. And
Yes.
now, who the fuck is Jarvis?
AKA now he's Tony Stark because he has pockets. I guess he has money.
Like, what is this, like, washed up, reheated nachos of Kim Zolciak? Like, what is this?
Right.
It was so stupid. And now, is Jarvis the same as the pastor that she fucked at the BET Awards?
And it's crazy. And I said, I felt like when Portia first said it in front of K. Michelle, I don't look at Portia as a beacon of truth. Portia has a very colored history with truth.
Yes.
Now, I did also clock Kelly's reaction a little bit and was like, there's something there. Portia said that Kelly's panties came off after the BET Awards, but then this week she said on the plane. So I was like, because did you see Kelly's response video that she made?
No.
I could have sent it to you. She said, she made very sure to say that it was not Pastor Jamal Bryant, because Kelly used to, Kelly's from Baltimore and she used to go to the church. She said he also did her 10-year vow renewal with her ex. So she was like, please don't do that. I think that's also because Pastor Bryant's new wife, extremely personable. She don't play with you. She's not playing with these people on the internet. She called out Giselle. She did delete it. And we know it was about Giselle when Giselle last season said that, I guess there was when Wendy said, do you think you look like the new wife? And she's like, there's no competition or something. And she posted a post on Instagram and said, like being a mean girl ages you and some other stuff. Yeah. She deleted it.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But I felt like Kelly was like, let me go ahead and clear this up. But I also, because there's a list, people are circulating a list of potential pastors that it could be. So Kelly said she's getting DMs from the pastors, messages from the pastors, their wives, their families, and their congregation. And she's like, I'm going to address freak and fraud at the reunion.
Okay. First of all, you're not the first person to say freak and fraud.
At all.
Like, it's just so stupid. God, she's so corny. She makes me so mad. Even this episode, she's like, I came up with a college contract for my daughter. Girl, we already saw the contract. It's a friendship contract and Cynthia already did it. Okay.
It was just something for you to do. That's what it was. I screamed and I should not have laughed this hard. Oh my gosh. Why was I responding to a professional email and I stopped when we got on and I didn't realize I had the speak button on. So it has recorded.
The professional email is like a wave cap.
Girl, I thought I sent it. Oh my gosh. Girl, I thought I sent it. But I was screaming at Brooke. Shout out to the Brooke Ashley. When I tell you what she said, I cried. When that scene with Kelly and her daughter, I've got to read this to you. Come on. Of course, now you want it. The Brooke. Okay. She tweeted and she said, hold on. This was so funny. And I want to do it justice. She said, oh God, tell me it was about that scene. I'm going to find it. But basically it was like, you won't be getting a car, but she can get you familiar with the MARTA or something.
No, it's true. I also
you're not getting a car. Like, you're not.
Yeah. Your mom is what's her name? Drew keeps filming in front of stores of Nana's Chicken and Waffles that are closed.
And it's like with Kelly in that scene, also, it's like you could be filming. Why not have them filming you at your restaurant, trying to make things work, talking to the staff, any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just really, I did like the fact that she is going through exactly like some of the things that what Portia is going through is wild to me.
It is wild. And again, like it's so confusing. Not confusing. I just think it's a lesson in Housewives fandom where like people need to remember no, Phaedra and Portia are unequivocally like we all agree are bad people. But in this situation, in this scenario, I don't know if Portia's wrong here. Kelly brought the heat and Portia brought it back. And she did it in a way that was filmed, that was going to be, might I say, to some people, iconic. Like you sat two women down and said, so what's this about you fucking a married man? Like it's really, it is, she did her job. Now, what I will say is that in the K. Michelle situation.
Oh, okay.
Do I think that K. Michelle is deeply unwell and paranoid? Yes, I do. I think the thing with Drew and Black is for sure a reach. I think getting mad at Drew over and over and over again. What did she say? Yodelay.
Yodelay he who. Somebody, the internet has such amazing people. Somebody said it would have been funnier if she had said Yodelay he Drew.
It was so funny. But like her getting mad at Drew, I'm like, okay, you need to calm down. But I will say this about Portia. Okay. I can totally see, and I don't know if Portia means to do it maliciously, but I do think that Portia knows a lot of people and she knows who to contact and she knows how to talk to them and she knows how to make an innocent conversation happen, right? Like she's like, oh yeah, like I just talked to so-and-so and I mentioned UK and like, whatever, it's no big deal. And then that person will take it back to Ken and be like, oh yeah, Portia asked about you. When you are K. Michelle and you are unwell and you were paranoid, you hear Portia, one of the messiest, most like villainous, but beloved villainous people on Atlanta, is asking around about K. Michelle and then bringing her in as a friend, making her part of the show. Yeah. It can feel like a target is on your back.
Yeah.
I think that K. Michelle has really good points, but I do believe that when Portia is sitting there and she's saying sincerely to her, okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm not plotting anything on you. Yeah. I actually think that she might be correct. I think that
I agree.
I think there's a difference between plotting on someone and then actually just being like, what's it? Oh yeah, like you know them, right? Like what are they like?
What's tea with them?
What's the tea? Yeah. Did you see the clip of K. Michelle on what's his name's podcast? That man.
Not Vile Files. Tell me she didn't go.
No. She didn't go on Vile Files. She went on the guy whose like sex video came out. The guy who accidentally uploaded himself having sex with somebody on his Instagram stories.
Shannon Sharp.
Yes. Yeah, he was on.
Yes, I saw her on there. Yeah.
She was on Club Shay Shay and she said, she was like, oh yeah, like I don't mind if my husband or my partners sleep with somebody else. I care more if they're paying their bills. And then, yeah, Shannon Sharp was like, wait, let's talk about that. You're okay with your partner sleeping with other people? And she was like, yeah, sometimes like I'm okay even if I see it. And I was like, what?
And she watches it. It's like, hold on.
The dentist? I don't think so.
Which is insane because then she tells the hygienist, you couldn't be, you're too cute. Well, I would think she would be exactly the perfect one to be his hygienist.
Yeah, but the thing is, he is indirectly paying that woman's bills because he is paying her money as an employer. So that's why. You know what I mean? Like she can't. She said sex is fine. If you're keeping their lights on, it's a problem. So we can't.
You know what? You're right. So we can't have that.
But it's just funny to hear somebody who goes on this podcast and has a very open conversation about sexuality and all these things is coming on this show and is being so unbelievably sensitive about every little thing that comes up. It's like, did you get hired on the show like a year too early? Like what happened?
It's annoying to me because she keeps talking about, she can't talk out of both sides of her mouth. Yeah. It's I'm the victim, but then it's I've done this reality TV thing, so I know what's going on. So then if you know, also, let's be clear, it's always about, I'm looking startled in scenes because with this girl group, you asked to be a part of a show that is essentially a girls group.
Yep.
You talk about the women in Atlanta. You literally now saying Portia's lied every year. You didn't know that before coming in. Like, let's not act like you just can't do both. You can't be the victim and the villain. I felt like she had a piece of a point. Portia kind of boxed herself in a little bit when Kay was like, why didn't you tell me if I'm supposed to be your friend? And then they were kind of going around in circles. And then at first, Portia was like, it was before I knew. And then it was like, oh, but we're friends. So Kay was like, exactly. So I felt like Kay had a point there. But when Portia said, okay, Kay, Michelle, I was like, oh, here we go.
Yes. Yes.
I also, I'm sorry. I feel like, I forget where it was. I think Kay said she thought it would be fun beefing with Drew because we know that beef doesn't make any sense. I thought she said that in an interview. At the same time, we heard Portia on Carlos King's podcast say that the beef with Drew doesn't make sense, and basically she doesn't think the audience isn't gonna like it. And I think that's why, if you notice in Kay's recent appearances, it's about Portia now. You come off of Drew, and it's like, oh, okay, because your beef with Drew is stupid.
This episode is brought to you by Redfin. You're listening to a podcast, which means you're probably multitasking. Maybe even scrolling home listings on Redfin, saving homes without expecting to get them. But Redfin isn't just built for endless browsing. It's built to help you find and own a home. With agents who close twice as many deals, when you find the one, you've got a real shot at getting it. Get started at redfin.com. Own the dream.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something so much bigger before the season started. She was being so funny. I was like, oh, this is going to be so good. Because Drew is, our friend Donnie loves to call people pathetics. Like, Drew is definitely the pathetic of the show because you're like...
so much. I want her to win. That's what it is. I'm rooting for her.
I do. I want her to win. And like, it was so funny to like see Shay Michelle like going constantly at Drew because I thought something much bigger was going to happen.
Yeah.
But then to watch the show and you're like, the man with the teeth on the FaceTime, that's the one that you're worried about?
And like, if Drew was like, listen, I've always said there's no basement. If you're in the real world and you're going back and forth with a person and we either call it jonesing or we're arguing back and forth, sometimes arguing is like fist fighting. The point is to win, right? If you're going back and forth with a person, not necessarily your spouse, but like a person. So there's no way Drew shouldn't have hit back with like, what's in your ass must be seeping in your brain. Because in what way did I continue to mention you with Black? Drew said it one time. And here's the theory. I heard someone say this. They think that when K. Michelle said it was going around Atlanta, that Drew was going to try to use Black against Kay. They think it's Portia because she didn't know any of the other ladies. She doesn't have any friends, she claims, but then she comes in with Drew and their first scene together. Portia says, Drew's going to be, she's talking about the dinner party she's having. Drew's going to be there. She's a singer. We're not going to beef with any more singers, right? Like you beef with the singer. So they were like, did Portia plant a seed?
We'll find out at the reunion, I guess.
Yeah.
The oyster, I know it was last week, but I have to ask you because in my mind, I did not go to it being about Kelly because I felt like Portia would have said, if it was in reference to what Kelly said about her, she would have said no chili Frito smell here.
Mm-hmm.
I also didn't go to the rumor about K. Michelle because I do remember that. But I said that the truth in that is I do believe K. Michelle did take it that way based on the look on her face. You could see she was visibly like, also Drew's face was interesting.
Yeah, it's hard. Yes, it's hard to tell if that was like edited or what, but it was like, I think Drew's face to me felt like, oh shit, Portia, are you going there?
Yes.
But I don't know if Portia necessarily was trying to start something.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
It's hard to tell. I mean, look, anytime I see oysters, I do think about vaginas. So I get it, but also like Drew's face was the one that was like, ooh, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Like that type of a thing. You know what I mean?
They were Cynthia's oysters, right? Because I also heard somebody say there was a thing with Cynthia and oysters before, and that's why Portia said something. So I
Okay.
meant to look that up and fact check it. But I truly didn't think it was intentional. But I think that's what I like about this season. I know people aren't happy. Some people aren't happy with it. But it's not, to me, a concrete, we see what you're trying to do. We see your storyline. It's boring. Next. Like, it's not that. It's like,
No.
okay, wait, is this what it is? That's how I feel.
I'm having the time of my life. I'm not going to lie to you. I think it's so good. I love like the little side conversations that happen. Like when they were arguing when K Michelle and Portia were talking, and Angela turned to Pinky and was like, she asked her some question, and
He
Pinky
goes,
was like,
who is it? Who
yeah.
is it?
She goes, who is it? And then Pinky goes, now why do I have to have all the answers?
Yes.
I like love that. Like I love that, and that only happens when you have a ton of people on the show, you know? And like you have people on the show that are willing to like chat. I mean, like seeing Angela and Drew and Portia and Phaedra go out to dinner was nice. It's like, you know, it's nice. I hate a pylon. That's why like I can't stand Beverly Hills. They love a pylon there. There's a lot of shows that do pylons. I love Atlanta because Atlanta will eventually not be a pylon because you always end up having teams. You always have these people where you're like, some of you are right and some of you are wrong. And mostly all of you are like crazy. But watching these two groups go at it is so fun. It's actually a shame that K Michelle is having a meltdown and that Kelly is a loser and Shamia is a dweeb, because I do want them to continue on the show. I think the dynamics are so good of this cast. I think it's so wonderful. Did you see the clip from Watch What Happens Live of Rosie talking about her house? And Shamia casually being like, Andy being like, oh yeah, like Rosie needed like HVAC work. And then Andy was like, well, you know who the biggest HVAC supplier is in Rhode Island? And it's Shamia's husband. And Rosie was like, oh, in Atlanta? And she's like, no, in all of Rhode Island. And I was like, that's Shamia casually being so fucking rich.
Yes, like, yeah, and also, Rhode Island.
Yeah, exactly. I love her being like, yeah, not just the state I'm from. It actually goes all the way up to where you are.
And we know y'all think Atlanta is all black people.
Yeah. Also, by the way, if that's the case, listen, Shamia, why are you making rum? Like, why are you doing that?
Because she's really not.
Because she's not.
You're not making rum with the bottle shaped like you're behind. Girl, knock it off.
It's so stupid.
Girl, come on. She's not making rum. I'm tired of them forcing Gerald on us. He doesn't want to be here.
Gerald does not want to be here. Get the camera out of Gerald's face, please.
Period. We have enough women that don't have husbands. How is this any different?
Yeah.
Like, let it be. I'm tired of, because then I also feel like then it can try to, people form the narrative of, oh, he doesn't like her. No, he doesn't like the cameras and he's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that he doesn't like her. I could see. So I'm like, get him out of our faces. I don't want to see Gerald anymore.
Also, I will say that Shamia is like a very theatrical person. Like she's very much a theater kid. You could tell she's a theater kid. She like sings and acts and dances and does all the things, right? So she's a lot. I can imagine myself being around Shamia and being like, whoa,
I'm tired.
I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I need a break, right? So I can see that. A person like that needs to be with a boring nerd. And I think that that's what Gerald is. Like, I believe that I am like the clown in my relationship. And then my husband is like a very calm man of few words. And I always say this, if somebody was to put cameras on our relationship, they would be like, oh, Fahad hates her. But that's not true. It's because he would be unbelievably uncomfortable. And like, he is so funny and so chill around the people that he knows. Yes. But he's like he's a socially, like, not socially, he's like an introvert through and through, you know? And I feel bad for Gerald because she's always like, so Gerald, what do you think about this, that, and this? And he's like, it's good.
It's gonna work.
Yeah. She's like, it is good, isn't it? What do you like about it? And he's like, everything. And she's like, it is everything, isn't it? You're like, Shamia, he doesn't want to be here. Leave him alone.
Leave that man alone. The most he's lit up is when he was talking business about asking the questions that she didn't know to ask about the rum.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also feel like the way she was, I understand the emotion, but the way she was in that surrogate office, I was like, is he going to leave her if she does not give him an heir?
Okay, thank you. The emotions, okay, between the son conversation, and also Gerald doesn't like the fact that I'm intimate on camera as an actress. I was like, is Gerald on the manosphere? What's going on?
What's going on? Yeah. And then the fact that she said, I'm just now hearing it, because when the camera was there, he said, you were very good. Actually, what he said was, you were very good in the movie. That doesn't mean he liked, and he wasn't going to say it on camera because he probably doesn't want to be perceived a certain way on camera.
Yeah.
He doesn't want it to affect his business. He's also seen what happened to his bookend, Simon. That was his friend.
That was his friend. That was his friend. I am a little concerned about this like son business. Anytime somebody, it's very Danny Bucco, because remember Danny Bucco, he said something like, oh, I really want a son, a brother for my other son, like, or something, some bullshit like that. And I was just like, yuck.
Yeah, because he has beliefs like C. Kirk. I mean, he supported him. So like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like it had me kind of wonder, like, because she was like distraught.
She was really upset in a way that made me feel like she's not putting that on. That felt a lot darker. You know?
Yes. She couldn't even get herself and I felt like Kelly to me has a microphone in her throat. She's so loud, and I'm a loud person.
She's so loud.
But she came in. I actually liked her in this scene.
Yeah.
She was totally toned down. Even her look was toned down. And I was like, I like the advice that she gave her in this scene.
Yeah. You know, it's weird because Kelly comes in always talking like this.
Yes.
She's always over here. And you're like, Kelly, cool it, please.
When I would be loud, my mom would say, are you hard of hearing? Because sometimes people who are hard of hearing talk louder. They don't.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Kelly, like, are you overcompensating for height? Like, I'm going to project your voice.
Yeah, like, it's a lot. The sound waves have to travel. I get it.
Yes. It's like, enough. Between you and Shamia constantly twerking, even in the sound bath, Shamia couldn't even stop her body from moving.
She couldn't stop. Now, Phaedra
playing the flute. Give me a break.
Playing the flute, the gong, the sound bath. It was just okay. It was just like so silly to me because Portia showed up naked.
Yes, she looked so good.
She looked so good, but Portia showed up butt-ass naked.
Literally.
And then they did a sound bath in the backyard. Like, I know, obviously, like, it's fine. Like, everybody should be able to wear whatever. But, like, I have 2 sons in my house. And if one of my really good friends showed up like that, I would be like, okay, my sons cannot come out and look at you.
They're going to be in the pool assisting you on the float.
Ma'am.
When Phaedra was playing that flute, it took me back to one of my all-time favorite shows, Martin.
Yes.
And there was a character, Hustle Man. Mm-hmm. And Hustle Man played the kazoo, and it was, but he was playing it with his mouth, the sounds. Do-do-do-do-do. And that is what I thought of. Hustle Woman.
Oh my God. This is so funny.
When she called herself Andretta 2000, I thought that was funny for Andre.
She's so funny. Oh, yeah. Hustle Man was played by Tracy Morgan.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I was recently on a podcast and we did a bracket of our favorite 90s sitcom couples.
Martin
and Gina. Like, without a doubt, we went down the whole list. And at the end of it, we were like, Martin and Gina, because they're entertaining, they're funny as fuck. Are they a little toxic? Sure.
Yes.
But you know you would have the time of your fucking life if you were hanging out with them.
Yes.
And then they would come together.
I like when they would come together and be against the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay. Anyway, any other thoughts about Atlanta before we head up north to Rhode Island?
I am enjoying Atlanta. I'm enjoying looking at the ladies. Pinky, I go back and forth with Pinky, which I think is a good thing because you don't want a boring housewife. So I think it's a good thing for sure. Kay, I'm having a bit of a hard time with her. I can empathize, but at the same time being like, this is enough. I'm glad that she confronted Portia this episode and said how she felt. I also understand she's like, I got to take time before. One thing that was funny to me, because as humans, we do have the capability to do this. I don't want to be rude, so I'm not going to say what I'm thinking. Well, you've already been rude by saying it. So when she was saying to Pinky in the car, and I'm not going to speak on, Portia and her exes. I'm not going to go into detail about the things he said. I'm not going to, out of respect. So you're letting us know he said something like you've spoken. On it, clear. So it's annoying because I'm over the tweets. When the tweets were happening this summer, I made a comment like, I just feel like this is a lock, like dealing with her tweets every week. If she was doing it during the show while also confronting, I don't have a problem with it. But everything is on social media or in interviews. I am interested to see the way the rest of the season is going to go. For this. And then, her and Phaedra are really good friends now. She said Phaedra is one of her good friends. So that's interesting, thinking that she was in on the plot. But then she said Phaedra knew how to pull back. So this is interesting to me. I want to know. I said last week, was it the boyfriend that called her and told her about this plot? Or is the boyfriend just calling her saying, hey, Portia, like you said, mentioned my name. And now in her mind, it's a plot.
It's like hard to tell. And I am leaning more towards, I think that he just like mentioned that he ran into Portia. And because Portia didn't deny, she's like, yeah, we know each other. But like Kay to be like, oh, when we became friends, why didn't you tell me that you and I also dated the same person? And Portia's like, because it doesn't matter. You're a married woman. Who cares?
Because why would you want to be connected to another person? Like you keep saying Drew is trying to connect you. Also, if it's not current, if it was recent, then maybe I would say, hey, but I want to know the timeline because all of us, and Kay, are you looking at this man? Why is this man being messy on purpose? Why is he telling you this if it was so far, like when was this is my question. So.
It doesn't make any sense. Good peace and blessings to you, Kay Michelle. I hope you get the help that you need.
And blessings and peace.
I don't know if I'm going to spread those over to Kelly.
Well, Kelly is wearing what she's going through, and I hope she can pull herself out of it.
When you say she's wearing what she's going through, is that in reference to the giant t-shirt she wore as a dress?
This spring, Uber Eats has you covered. Whether you're celebrating mom, dad, or your favorite grad, not all of us are great planners, and with the Uber Eats gift hub, you don't have to be. Send flowers, perfume, champagne, or just their favorite meal straight to their door. Gifts arrive in as little as 25 minutes, and you can add a personalized video message for that additional not last minute touch. So this spring, get a leg up on gift giving with Uber Eats. Last minute gifts that land every time. Must be 21 or older to purchase alcohol. Product availability varies per region. See app for details.
This episode is brought to you by Tidy Cats, here to level up your litter game with their new Performance Plus lineup. Your home is your happy place. Your cats, VIPs. So when it comes to the litter box, excellence isn't optional. Choose from products that specialize in max power clumping, low tracking, or odor fighting so advanced, stink won't see it coming. Tidy Cats Performance Plus. Mission mighty, keep it tidy. Shop now at tidycats.com.
You know what? That's actually symbolism. You're right. Now that I'm thinking about it.
She's like, it's Tom Ford. It's still a white t-shirt, bitch.
It's still a white t-shirt.
You look ridiculous.
As I did an Instagram post and I said, Adina Howard must be so proud. She had her t-shirt and her panties on. Because we could almost see. I said, is that vagina? Like it was so short.
But it's also, how did she go from that to the beautiful black look? Like the black look that she had, like
Yeah.
Kelly. And I said, oh, I know what she's doing. Got it. She's got the internet and conversation. That's what she wants.
Yep. That's really what it is. It has to be that. All right, let's go over to Rhode Island. This week on Rhode Island, the ladies are we're all living in a post-slam pig world. All of us are living in it's pre-SP and post-SP, okay? We are now in a post-slam pig America, okay?
I love that for us.
Kelsey and Rosie's feud is forcing the girls to pick a side, except like I love the fact that none of them picked one. They were like, Ashley was like, even me, person who is confusingly on this show, only friends with Rosie, is not going to pick Rosie. Everybody's invited to trivia night. I kind of love that they're not splitting up completely. I mean, it's obvious that Rosie feels like there is a clique.
See, I feel like that too.
I think there is a clique for sure, but I think the type of support that Rosie is looking for, and I'm worried about Rosie because I really like her on the show. I'm worried that she is going in the direction of I don't want to film with this person. And I don't want that for her.
Yeah, I don't want that. Yeah.
Because Rosie and Kelsey must film together. I think watching them film together is really, really funny. And I hope that Rosie gets it, but I think she's so pissed off that, honestly, she's pissed off that Kelsey made the joke first because Rosie was going to do it too. Rosie had the blueprint laid out. She was like, I was going to do it, but then she did a thing first and now I'm mad about it and I hate her and she's a slut and she's a whore and she sucks dick for a career and she's a slam pig. Goodbye. And I think that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Because her continuously being like, it's not funny. It's not funny. I'm going to leave. I hate this. Da, 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 da. I'm just like, Rosie, I need you to cool it because it is funny. It is funny. It's not funny, haha. It's ridiculous. It's very so my friend Sonia, she said that Kelsey is very Kenya Moore coded. And I said this when I first saw the clip of her driving up. I was like, this is very Kenya Moore hair care drumline. Like it's very absurd.
Yeah.
Kelsey is very Kenya Moore coded in the way that like she makes a joke and then she's mad that people didn't like the joke.
Yes.
And then she's a victim suddenly.
Kelsey, right? You said?
Yeah, Kelsey.
Yeah, that's how I what you said, I'm so glad you said it because I said they both wanted to pull a stunt.
Yeah.
So that's why I wish Rosie had been like, girl, look at you. You unwrapped your lips from around a dick long enough to get a blowhorn to make fun of my square footage.
Yeah.
And then that's been it. I wanted them to move forward. So Rosie's reaction was so like, but I understood it, but at the same time, this is a show and I wanted her. I don't think Kelsey, to me personally, they weren't in a space for either of them to be joking, doing stunts clearly, right? So it was just so crazy to me that Kelsey would do that. But then Rosie's reaction, but then Kelsey's retelling of the story to Liz.
Mm-hmm.
So you left some things out. Also, Kelsey is only tough when she has an audience.
Yes.
And her voice shaking and her going back in that house a la Ashley Darby and Miss Dillard and her saying, I did win that pageant fair and square.
Yeah.
Like,
By the way, I did win the pageant fair and square. It was like so stupid. And you're right. Her coming in and being like, I am Beauty, I am Grace, I'm Miss Slam Pig United States with that thing. The way Rosie should have responded to that would have been like, do you know how corny you have to be doing crafts for this? You want attention. Here's the attention that you hired, Kelsey. Congratulations.
Look at the slam pig. She's standing upright. Normally she's on her back. Yeah.
Like I wish that when Kelsey came in and was like, oh, 8,000 square feet, more like 8,000 inches. I wish that Rosie had been like 8,000 inches. Is that the body count for the amount of dick that you've sucked? Like, I wish that she had done something like that. I think that but now let's talk about the clique because I do think that there is a clique. I think the clique is Liz and Kelsey. Mm-hmm. And I think that Rosie felt like Joellen is part of that clique because if you remember in the beginning of the season, it felt like they filmed an episode or filmed something at Joellen's house where she brought the cheap wine and then they all talked shit about her and made her feel bad, whatever. Fine. I think Joellen can absolutely be probably wretched, but I appreciate Joellen for like pretty much for like the last few episodes being like, no, Rosie's cool. Like, we're cool. Rosie's fine. It's okay. I think that when she says that there's a clique, I worry again that what Rosie is wanting to do is have everybody yell at Kelsey. And it's like, babe, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen on this TV show. Even Liz being like, look, like, just try to have a conversation with her, whatever. You're not going to get past these people who don't know you. They know Kelsey longer, so they will give her more grace. You have to be okay with that.
Yes. And and on the flip side of that, I wish the woman would validate her feelings because they're consistently, like, they tried to gaslight her into thinking Kelsey gave her a compliment.
That was
Joellen literally was like, you're defensive. Girl, go talk to your sister and Gary about sperm. Get out of my face. Like, that's what one thing I do worry about Joellen, what are the people going to think of her next season?
Yes, because she's very quickly going to go from being icon, mother, whatever, to absolutely hated.
Yeah.
But I think that she's in the right now because
I agree.
Later on in this episode, when the episode ended in that van fight with Liz and Alicia.
Oh, yeah.
The way Liz kept turning and looking at Joellen, Liz is used to being the HBIC. She's used to being the matriarch. I also think it's become very evident to me that Liz worked with Dolores to get the show. Liz tried to get a bunch of her friends on the show because according to people who live in Rhode Island and know people in the production team, they said they tried a lot of different people and it didn't stick. People were getting indicted. This guy Dino who got caught selling coke, whatever, my best friend Dino.
And she's been questioned. Her and Gary have been questioned.
Yeah. So best friend Dino who stalked 19-year-old Kelsey while she was dating somebody else. Okay. So I think that it's obvious as episodes go on that Liz is annoyed that she has to film with these little girls. She's significantly older than them. The fact that her sister is best friends with Alicia's mom.
It's crazy.
That to me says that there is it's not just it's a generational gap. Like imagine it's like
and she can't bridge it. Some women can, she cannot bridge it.
She cannot bridge it. You're absolutely right. And I think she tried it with RHOA. If RHOA comes on, maybe I'll have her because RHOA's a little bit older too. Yeah. But it didn't happen because RHOA's not filming the show. It's so funny. That scene at the beach was so set up where that girl came up and she's like, oh, this person, she's Joellen's neighbor. Here, neighbor, why don't you tell the camera, is Joellen your friend or your enemy?
So set up.
Set up. Girl. And poor Alicia, because she doesn't know
She's like, wrong. Oh my God, how crazy is that?
Alicia's like, that's nuts. Isn't that crazy that happened? And RHOA's rubbing her hands together like a mosquito that's about to bite. You know what I mean? It's just so funny. But I think with Liz, she said something in this fight with Alicia and with Alicia that she said, well, the world and I don't want my mom. I don't want her mom to be upset. Here's the thing, Liz. Here's what you got to know. You cannot be concerned about what people and the world are going to say about the things that you are that somebody else is saying and make reality TV. Part of reality TV is pretending that there are no cameras. Right. So she could have said, Alicia, I think the better word to use is displaced because we don't use the word homeless anymore. She could have said that. She could have said anything. But also, you're talking to Alicia, who does not know how to read.
But also, to me, this is the one time that Alicia is correct when you Google home. Her own mom said we went from, I get, because I understand exactly what you're saying. She's like, but she could have, but for her to keep saying you had a beautiful family. Do you know how many people have beautiful families and their families don't let them live with them? Like,
Yes.
it annoyed me that really the conversation could have been shut down had Liz not said anything. Alicia would have said what she said. And Liz could have even said, but thank God that your family took you, your beautiful family took you in. It could have ended there.
Yeah.
And what did irritate me was they asked Gary. So because Gary said she wasn't homeless, it made it. And I felt for Alicia because she couldn't even verbalize, like you said.
She couldn't.
She couldn't even say, like, real quick, back with Joellen. When Liz was trying to talk to Rosie,
yes,
and Liz kept interrupting, and Joellen was like, she's like, I'm trying to get the story. Joellen's like, yeah, can you be quiet so she could say? I was like,
yes.
But, and then her answer on the name of the pig, and she said Kelsey because
yes.
I was like, that was a good one. Okay, but now back to the fight. Yeah, Liz is annoying me. It's just like, shut up.
And there's something very dark-sided about, like, something very dark and sinister about Liz to me. First of all, one thing that is very dark is the foundation that she is using. Perhaps a few shades too dark.
You know, I said she almost looks like me enough.
And you know what? We let it slide with Dolores. We are not going to let it slide.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Dolores is the only one. And that's because Wendy Williams called her Black Dolores.
Black Dolores.
That's it.
Yes.
The day that Wendy Williams calls you Black Liz, sure, we'll think about it.
Right. But until then,
you're on notice.
You're on notice.
Wash what? There is not enough sun in Rhode Island for you to be that color. Please.
Right. Oh my God. Liz the whole, I'm like, is she playing a part? Is this really her? Like, I keep going back and forth, but like when she kept saying that about her family, it was just like enough. Alicia is telling her story, and she never once said anything bad about her family, only about her dad.
Yeah.
So like you said, she could have said, you know what, I get what you're saying about the homeless. You didn't have a home, but that is so strong. What about this? Or to even flip it to a positive. Your family was so great.
Yes.
And I know you're grateful for your grandparents. I remember being there and your grandparents were so whatever.
Yeah.
But this whole argument over how Alicia feels is somebody on the internet said, and I'll just scroll past the comments unless like they're being funny and I'm like laughing, but they were like, Alicia's a liar. Liz is telling the truth. And I was like, do you know what the word homeless, because if we're going to go there, it's like, it does mean that, I could understand Liz saying, when you think homelessness, you think somebody on the street. Remember when Bethany didn't have a home? You don't have a home. And she said she was home.
And the thing is, we don't like Bethany, so it's different.
No. Right. It's different. And also, we know Liz, you know, I mean, not Liz, Alicia, you know, she thinks differently than people. Sometimes.
I love the way you worded that.
She thinks differently.
She thinks differently.
All of our brains are playgrounds, and sometimes she walks up the slide and doesn't come down it. And that's fine because we're all allowed to navigate our playgrounds the way we want.
Exactly. And I think like her constantly yelling at her about it, like her being like, I didn't mean to like, so here's what happened. It's like Liz said, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to invalidate your feelings. But then when Liz is like, now we're talking about my integrity and my character. And shut up. You are not the victim in this. You are not the victim in this. You could have said, like you said, what you said right now in so many different ways. You could have said, thank God that you had your grandparents' house to move into. I'm sorry that you lost your home and all of your things and your doll collection and all these things. Like, that does suck. Thank God that you had your family. And she could have said, yeah, I knew your mom like around that time because she was best friends with my sister. And it was really hard, you know? And she's like, oh, it would be so sad if her mom found out that she was talking this way. Alicia just said in the van, she said, it's so good that you are, she said, I talked to my mom and my mom said, it's so good that you're talking about these things.
Right. So it's because Liz has this script, and Liz reminds me of Dolores in that loyalty. You don't say anything about the family. She's not talking bad about her family.
No.
She's talking bad about the father that left them without a home.
Yes.
Not even a white refrigerator. No. Child, the ghetto.
You know, and it's like, it makes me mad because I'm like, it feels like Liz is just annoyed about filming with these people. It also feels like Liz is too aware of the cameras. She's too aware of what people might think. And that to me, and that between that and the information we're finding out more and more about how connected she is to the mob, I'm like, I don't think that Liz is telling us who she really is.
So then let me ask you this, because, if my husband put up a boat for sale, the way when they sold the boat overnight and she has to go clean it immediately.
Yep.
I remember thinking, so did the person call and say, hey, I'm going to buy the boat today, but I want it tomorrow? Because why? Or did it traffic thing? I'm
saying, did a murder happen? I don't know.
Anything like that was kind of, and like you said, she always talks about I'm soft on the inside, but hard on the outside. But I feel like you want people to perceive you as being a Drita.
Yeah, you want people to perceive you as like, oh, like you just have to get through this like exterior. No, we don't need to, because you've known Alicia this whole time. You've already yelled at her. Episode 2, you yelled at Kelsey for the ongoing. Nothing. There's no ongoing. You yelled at her about it. Like, you know, like you, Liz, it doesn't matter how close somebody is to you. You are going to yell at them. You are going to be mean to them. And you know what? Alicia needs to go and sit with Rosie and be like, Rosie, I'm sorry for yelling at you at that train track or whatever, because you were right. Liz is crazy. She yells at everybody all the time, and it doesn't make any sense. And I just feel like Liz thought that she was going to be the star of the show, and she's not. And I think it's like driving her bananas.
She thought she was going to be the star and like the nucleus, and she's not. I thought it was really telling to me when Alicia said, I want to stick up for Rosie because she's right, but I know the other girls are going to be mad. So did conversations happen?
Yeah. And I think that's where Alicia, that's where there is some validity to the click, right? That's where Alicia's like, and I love Alicia. I actually think that she might be the center of the show because she's friends with Joellen. She's cool with Kelsey. She's friends with Rosie. She loves Ashley. She's the only one hanging out. Rulo wants to hang out with. Like, she's friends with Joellen. I think all of these people, and she was really good friends with Joellen's sister Jen.
Yes.
So like, there is natural connection there. I think that it drives Liz probably crazy that Alicia is really kind of the person who's really making amends with people. And like, I don't think that Liz thinks very highly of Alicia because one, it's like, oh, my sister's best friend's daughter. Like that to me, in my mind, that's a niece. That's your niece. Now I have to hang out with my niece.
Yes. Oh, yes. That is,
you know, and so like that whole situation, I feel like Liz is having a hard time navigating these relationships, and she's coming off crazy, and she's making Alicia cry.
That is when they were at that castle.
Yes.
There are other women in her age bracket that would have enjoyed that water slide. And I get it, but the way she was like, I'm not. She went up and laid down in that room, and I was like, Grandmom's taking a nap. Like that's.
Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. That would have also been me after like one or two goes on the water slides.
I would have made it like, I'm going upstairs to scroll TikTok on my phone or something like that, or stayed out there with them and scroll maybe. But it was such a complete divide. Like you do not fit with these three ladies right here.
Yeah, and I think it's also, again, I think she's probably salty that like Joellen and Alicia went on a walk and like nobody asked Liz to come, you know? And I think after Liz made that homeless comment, I think actually after Liz lost her mind at her husband's birthday party, ever since then, she has been slowly unraveling. Every episode, she is slowly losing her mind. And I think she's slowly losing the reins on her control of this television show. And honestly, it's compelling television to watch because like it's fun to watch them spin out.
Yes.
But, I think that Liz is just too aware of the cameras. I think that she's maybe been she thought she got coached by Dolores and like she knew what she was doing, but I don't think that she actually fully, she's like too aware. Alicia, I love her because she has zero awareness of the cameras. Joellen, I really like her because she is aware of the cameras, but she is being as honest as possible with the cameras, right? Like you can always do a flashback and Joellen is like, she's like, yeah, I said the thing that I said. Maybe the tone is a little different, but I said the thing that I said.
Yes.
And I really like that. Like even, and Joellen's being like so nice to Rosie and she's trying to be nice to Alicia. Like I think even with Rula, she's like, I don't know what's going on, but here's the information I have. What did you think about Liz calling Joellen a banana peel? Because she was like, there's Joellen. Like she comes in the middle and just like wrecks things. And I was like, is it because Joellen knows something about you too?
Right. And so now if she says it, it can come out. See, she's lying on you know what I mean? I feel like there's a reason, because what got me is with the first or second episode, you are saying the second episode, you're saying to Rula, but he is Ma. So you're confirming it only for you to get on the bus and be like, now all of a sudden the day of the polo, you don't believe it until you see a video. So I said, what made her go from he is Ma to now it's Joellen? Joellen's the problem. It's not true. I don't believe it.
Yep.
What made you switch sides all of a sudden?
Yeah, exactly.
I think Dolores said something to her.
Who?
I think Dolores said something to her, because remember Dolores, when Dolores came to her house, she was like, I feel bad for Rula. And it was like, I felt like Liz was like, oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. I need to try to course correct.
That's a really good point. And I also think that Dolores is all about loyalty. So she's like, you know what, Liz, you don't get involved in a husband and a wife's relationship. You can't do that. You're like, okay.
We're not from the same cloth. You know how we do.
Yeah, exactly. And I think Liz understood that and was like, oh no, suddenly like we can't do this anymore.
Yep.
I also think that Rula is cast on the show as a full-time. A lot of people are wondering, why is Rula cast on the show as a full-time housewife when she rarely films? It's because the first half of the show was about Rula's husband cheating on her.
Yes.
It's like the same way Angel Massey didn't necessarily bring anything to the television show Real Housewives of Potomac, but the entire drama was whether or not she was living here or living in Colorado or she had a house or whatever. Like that's why those people get cast, because if you get picked on enough and then you still keep showing up to film, they will give you a peach or clamshell or whatever.
And also, I like Rula.
I like Rula too. She's so boring, but I love her.
And
like something about her.
First of all, I do think what I'm going to say sounds kind of contradictory, but I do think she's smart. I liked hearing the advice that she gave Alicia both times. Mm-hmm. I also have to have hope in my heart that I know either she doesn't want to get divorced she doesn't want to be embarrassed because of her family, or because I just feel like there's no way you would come on this show not thinking that it would come out. She wants all of it to come out so that it's on film.
I keep thinking that that's what it is, that she wants it all to come out because it'll be on film. But, she keeps going on podcasts being like,
that's true.
And here's some more information about why I love and trust my husband. And we're like, boo.
But I wonder, are you playing the doting wife?
Yeah.
If she's not, and this is truly, when he got up from that table to use the bathroom with his phone.
Look straight into the camera.
Straight into the camera. She's not his mistress. She's his woman.
Yeah, that's his girl. That's the love of his life.
You tied her into a business?
It's crazy.
It's great. Like, it is crazy. I felt like Joellen, I believe when Joellen said he's not going to leave her, he wants her to leave him. Mm-hmm. Because to be so blatant.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even the video that they just did, a couple weeks ago, where RHOA did I don't know if it was a TikTok or an IG, and it's RHOA, Brian, and somebody in RHOA's family, and they go, "Oh, Brian, you look so good. You must go to the gym." And he's like, "Flex, you didn't see that?" Yeah. So they're
I'm really glad I didn't see it, but that's so confusing to me.
Yeah.
And maybe, you know what? Let her be delusional. She wants to be married to this terrible man, come on camera with her terrible wigs. Sure.
Ooh, I was trying not to. RHOA.
The wig is bad.
It is bad. And then she did the video where it was just a top.
It's a topper. Yeah.
It's like, you have too much money.
No, you have too much money. Why is nobody blending that topper out for you? Who is doing your hair? Why do you look like that?
Is she doing it to make the top thicker, right?
Yeah, which is fine. It's like
pieces. That would be better to me than a topper.
Yeah, like what's her name? Margaret Josephs, who
yes,
she just started releasing a line. She released a line on about for her hair. She calls it a wiglet. And she's like, yeah, I wear it's a little wig. It's not like a full unit. It's a little wig. She calls it a wiglet. And it's like, RHOA, you also wear a wiglet, but you look absurd.
Right, because there's a way to make it look seamless.
It's lifted.
Yeah, literally.
It's lifted in the middle of her head.
I don't know if you've ever watched Tyler Perry movies or plays. That is what it is, where you can look. It was lifted. You could see the microphones on their foreheads coming out of their wigs like this. That is exactly what RHOA has.
That is. I will say, I like RHOA because on the beach, she's giving Alicia such good financial advice.
Yes.
She's giving her such solid advice. She's like, you need to have your money. And I love Alicia being like, so you have money and you're still choosing to be with this man?
Yes, me too. And she's saying it not to be any other housewife. You would think it's shade and she wants to get that reaction on TV. Mm-hmm. Alicia is truly like.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Yeah. Alicia's truly like, question mark? Really?
Only for her to take RHOA's words of advice and put them on a science fair board.
Okay, listen. Like we said.
Any way to get it done.
Any way to get it done. She is walking up that slide.
Yes,
okay? And some might say walking up the slide and putting your butt up on the top of the slide is sometimes a better move because then you don't have to wait for all the people who are going up the ladder.
You know what I mean? Right. And it builds leg muscles on the way up. So
it builds leg muscles on the way up. And so, you know what, Alicia, she's got a point. She made that poster board. She looked like Cher from Clueless. She got her daughter involved. She got new uniforms. Yes. But here's the thing. So Billy at the end of this conversation says, yes, I think that you should have a share for sure. You're doing so much work. Like, I have an estate manager. Like, you're not going to be left with nothing. All this stuff. But then she's so cute because she's like, okay, we're going to write it down. We're going to write it down and you're going to sign it. This is on camera. But Billy says, oh, yes, you will have 10% of Billy's share. And I was like, oh. So who else is involved in this restaurant?
Right.
Mama. And what is Billy's share?
It's got to be his family.
Yes. So if it's his family and it's split between, let's say, 5 family members, that's not necessarily a lot of money.
At all.
And then you're only going to give Alicia 10% of your share?
Your share. Not her own share. Because he started these businesses with his family, Alicia.
Yes. And he wanted to name it like Bruno's. And she was like, no, Pizza Mama is better. And we're going to make... And here's the thing, Billy. If you get a ton more business at these restaurants because your partner is a Real Housewife,
yes,
she gets the fucking money. Yeah. Okay?
Let me tell you, I was getting ready to go. I keep forgetting Slutty Vegan is like 20 minutes from my house, and there's a bar vegan as well.
Yeah.
I passed it today. My daughter went, and my niece and my girlfriend, and they gave it 0 out of 10 stars because after 40 minutes, their food still wasn't done. Somebody had forgot to put it in. It was not busy. And when they ate it, they were like, I mean, it's okay. It's nothing that they would go back for.
Yeah.
But people are probably going to traffic it now because she's on the show. So back to Alicia.
Yeah. And like, even with this stupid coffee shop that Alicia's husband has, like Ashley, your husband has a coffee shop that he wants to spend all his time at because he does not want to spend time at home.
But you know what the thing with Ashley, I get that you're concerned about money.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be so stressful how she's like, I can see he's not smiling. I think because he's carrying the burden of knowing that you want him to make more money. The way to truly support him is that if this is your heart's desire and what you love, I support you and I'm going to make my money here. Can we come to an agreement where maybe you do 2 posts a week? That way that'll kind of supplement, position it that way. When she said, I haven't figured out what makes Jared happy, baby, that's not your job. You're still operating like you did when you were trying to get him. Like,
yes,
it's all about him. So to me, her energy would make me like, I'm spending time here. Either A, because he doesn't want to be at home, or B, because he actually thrives there. He loves it. Like, even when he was calling the drinks and making the drinks, and just support him that way.
Yeah.
You do your posts.
Yeah, it's like, here's the thing. Because we live in New Jersey, we are a 2-income household. If tomorrow I lost my mind and I was like, I genuinely cannot work at my corporate job anymore, I want to dedicate all of my time to podcasting. That would be a huge financial cut for our family. But I'm married to a man who is very happy to be like, if that's the thing that's going to make you happy, we will figure out a way and we will do the thing that makes you happier. And like, he would support me. And it's like, if you're really saying that you make more money in one day, in one post, than he does an entire month, then let that man play with his coffee machine at that place. Okay. Yes. Leave him alone.
Get him to make to do 2 posts in the coffee shop. Like, there's a way to show him, say, okay, look, if you do 2 posts a week or 4 posts a month, that'll cover what's not happening over here in this coffee.
Yeah.
Like her, because she would make me be like,
no, by the way, I am a crybaby. Like, I cry very easily. Not anymore, because I've been on antidepressants for so long that I don't cry as much anymore, which is good. That means they're working. But if I was around a person like that who cries at the drop of everything, Taria, I would need to leave. I would say, you know what, baby, it's not going to happen.
I'm not saying that it's not for a reason, but also her standing in the middle of that restaurant, putting her hands on her head. I was like, we are dealing with like, and I liked Ashley and I liked that she didn't quite fit. I thought it was interesting. Mm-hmm. This is a lot because you've watched the show before. You've been on The Bachelorette.
Yes.
Like, you know what this is about. And that annoyed me. And I know some people found it funny when they got under the table. I kind of did and kind of didn't. I think because I was so focused on Ashley, like being like acting like a child.
Yes.
And then going back to cry to Jared. If it's overstimulating that much, baby. Because I didn't want to say this is not for you, baby.
Yeah.
This is not for you.
I love Joellen because when Ashley was like, stop it, blah, 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 Joellen was like, you're embarrassing yourself at your own place of business.
Yes. You're the loudest one.
You're the loudest one. There's something I cannot stand, which is like when 2 people are talking or 2 people are debating or arguing or whatever. And I believe that Rosie and Kelsey were being annoying, right? Mm-hmm. Kelsey said, I have nothing to say to you. Or no, Rosie said, I have nothing to say to you. Kelsey said, honey, trust me, I don't have anything to say to you. And then she continued saying stuff to her, which is like so annoying. But like they were bickering. I can't stand when 2 people are talking to each other and then a person who's perceiving this conversation as way more aggressive or intense is like, guys, like just calm down.
I hate that.
Makes it so much worse. It always makes it so much worse because then you go, we're fine. Why are you making this a bigger deal? Also, her being like, no, like there's too much attention. Girl, you're filming Real Housewives. There's a camera crew at this table. What do you think is going to happen?
And let it haven't. The same way we went to the iconic barn where the fight happened.
Yes.
You, Artie, Monty, everybody. When we went there, people are going to come to Audrey's. Like,
yeah,
let it happen.
Yes. It's just so silly. It's like this whole thing of like Liz being like, oh, we can't say stuff because that's going to like upset our family members, or Ashley being like, guys, like, can't we just like stop fighting? No.
We can't.
No, we can't. That's not the television show that we're filming here. Okay.
I can see if it was season 5 of Housewives, even.
Sure.
We are in season 20
of
Housewives. Enough with the, can't we all just get along? No.
No, that's not the assignment.
It's conflict and then resolution. Like, get with the program.
Yeah. The assignment is literally to pick petty fights with each other.
And now I wish that Housewives would adapt the whole, they may not be friends, but they're all in the same social circle. Let's throw them in an even more tight-knit, because we know they're not all friends. But I do like with Rhode Island that there are authentic connections.
Yes.
Even if it's by way of my sister, my friend, my whatever, you know?
Yeah. And I think like that is making it so much more fun to watch. I also think that's why like Rosie and Ashley are floundering a little bit in that regard, because they feel like they don't have these long-standing relationships with these people. But Rosie, I saw she posted on Instagram today being like, I've never slept with anybody at work. I wasn't fired because I slept with someone at work. I bought my house because of the money that me and my husband make because we have grown-up jobs.
I know that.
I was like, and Rosie brought up the receipts. She literally shared emails from her employer from when she decided to leave the company. She shared the contract that she signed after she decided to leave the company. And then she was like, this other guy that you guys are saying like paid me off, whatever. She's like, I've literally never even met this man. You guys are just saying, you're just saying stuff. I said this very early on. Kelsey, I think, came in knowing that the thing they were going to talk about, which is now we found out like through the internet, she apparently has been broken up with a boyfriend for 2 years. Mm-hmm. This is all just made up so that she could film the show. She's been with Billy for much longer, all this stuff. I think Rosie came on being like, I know that my whole storyline is going to be that I have a sugar daddy. My tagline is that I have a sugar daddy. And they're all going to pick at it. I think that the first night that they probably all hung out, which wasn't filmed, when at Joellen's house when Rosie brought the cheap wine. I think that Rosie got the vibe that Kelsey was going to be not nice to her because they're peers, right? They're the same age. There can only be one baby girl. And it's like, no. I think Kelsey, was probably standoffish. Rosie then said, so anybody doing any polyamory? Like she did. She also was being messy, which I will totally accept that she was being messy. But like, I think that Rosie is reacting to what she thinks Kelsey is saying to these people about her. And I wish that Rosie would pause and be like, it doesn't really matter what Kelsey says to these people. I have to make relationships with Joellen and Liz and Alicia. And when she does make those relationships, she's doing fine.
Yes.
It's when she uses Kelsey as a conduit for these relationships is where she starts to flounder.
Right.
And I'm like, Rosie, please keep this fun.
Yes.
Okay, you can't be crying and screaming and yelling out of a place because a stupid lady did a craft project with Slam Pig across a sash in one day, by the way, with 24 hours.
Yeah, you have nothing else going on.
You can't get mad about that and then be like, I'm selling Slam Pig merch. Like, you got to stay consistent, you know?
Right. And do the housewife move. Don't tell Ashley you can't invite her. Well, even if she felt that strongly, I wish she would have said, I love you. I just can't be around her. And I don't want you to not invite her. I don't want to cause a division. So I'm just not going to come.
Yeah.
Although I think she should have came. But if she was going to play it, because it is, Ashley. So putting her in that position, but also show up and then don't invite her to your event. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Anyway, these ladies are doing great. I do love it.
Phenomenal. They are doing amazing. Also, I just have to say, I'm tired of Kelsey hinging her argument on Rosie's lying. And when Ashley called her out on it and said, what is she lying about? You couldn't really produce anything but rumors.
Yeah. And look, if Rosie is exaggerating, let her fucking exaggerate. Who cares?
Time will tell when the house is built. And again, who cares?
Also, saw pictures of the outside of the house. Somebody said, did she get Giselle's guy to do the house? Because it looks hideous.
It looks like 3 homes put together by Elmer's glue.
It does. It looks like, when you go to like a townhouse community where they, for some reason, decided not to make every townhouse uniform.
Insane. Mm-hmm.
That's what that looks like. They're like, this was an art project. Did Alicia do this?
But it's a single family.
But it's a single family house.
It is insane. I was like, because I wondered how they were going to make that work. Oh, that is. Well, somebody said Giselle's house looks like her addition is a strap on. And I said, well, fair.
It does.
Crazy.
Any other thoughts about Rhode Island?
I love it. I'm excited. I can't wait till the next episode. I am invested in the show. And like I said, right now, I'm only team whatever's happening in that argument. I don't have a person that I'm coming in ready to defend because they all can be wretched and they all can be wonderful.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you have to go into these television shows. You cannot pick a team, even the ones that you love, because guess what? We've been watching these shows for a long time. They will inevitably do something racist.
Do you think I was going to look up the statistics of Black people in Rhode Island because I never see any in the background.
Okay, let's see. Let's do a Google.
Do brown people as well?
Black and brown people in Rhode Island. Let's see the demographic. Okay. Black or African American, only 7% of the state. Okay. Asians, less than 4%. Ooh. But Latino community up to about 18%. Still pretty bleak.
Oh my gosh.
So like, if I'm doing the math, it's like 25, let's say like 30% of the town is people of color. 35% of downtown, the state, is people of color.
Wow. And they're not in any of the background scenes.
They're not in a single background scene.
You know what's going to happen? People are going to talk about it and they're going to do like Summer House and we're going to start to see them sprinkled throughout at the parties. Before we didn't see any at the parties now.
And here's the thing. My request is don't do that.
Yeah, just keep it.
Technically, wait, I do have to say, technically, RHOA is a person of color. She is Arab.
Yes, that's right.
She is Arab. That's right.
Yes.
So we do have RHOA. Yes. And Liz is half Arab. So that's there.
That's right. Because that's their common. Yes.
Let me tell you something. Okay. Liz is half Arab, but she's Syrian. And Syrians are like the white people of Arabs. So it's really not the same as like, it still does not excuse her hue.
Okay. Not every hue, beauty.
Okay, Taria.
As Giselle said, there was not makeup for her skin color. Girl. Okay. Okay. All right.
Sure. Okay, what else is going on? What do you have going on? What can they follow? What should they look out for?
Please come to me over on Threads. What else is going on? I love it there. I love Threads so much. It feels like a big old group chat. For instance, Saturday I tweeted out and said, Black women 40 and over, have you tried Geritol? And if so, have you benefits? And I got like over 70 responses. And yes, and some of them were even taking it in solidarity with me. And out of the like 70 or 80 responses, like 91% said yes. And then the ones that didn't feel a difference that took it gave me other suggestions. So it's just like one big group chat. And I love how when they drag women over there, they say, take that to Twitter. We don't do that over here unless it's deserved. So so find me over on Threads. We have a good time. Instagram, same name, where I'm covering the Wendy Osefo of it all and any other housewife on the East Coast. So Liz, please don't make me have to come stay up there to Rhode Island. But you can also find me, What Else Is Going On podcast, wherever it is you listen to your podcast, and on YouTube, WEIGO, WEIGO podcast, where we have a good old time over there as well. Come join me. We have a lot of fun.
The best time. Also, we have to load up on our water right now. We've got about 2.5 hours. We got to load up on our water and our snacks because it is summer house reunion night. So
yes, and I will be, yes, because it's at 8:00.
I don't know what time it's at, but I'm already stressed out because apparently people saw screeners and the screeners people are like, gird your loins, they're going to vomit. It's like,
well, did you see the picture of Amanda and Wes, I guess, leaving the country, they said, ahead of it?
Great. So I saw somebody post the clip of Amanda in the confessional saying, this man wanted to fuck me in Italy about Ben.
Yes.
And so being like, well, she's making that come true with her little boyfriend, her little dusty ass boyfriend.
I hope it's for love. I hope they came here. In the words of Love Island, we came here for love. Like, I truly hope it was worth that to her. I love how
I feel like
moving forward.
I feel like she said, oh, I took bed bugs literally, and now I'm going to go get them with this disgusting person that I'm in a relationship with.
Oh. Yeah. It looks like it smells like sour beer.
Ew! The way I can smell them, it's insane.
Yes.
It's like everybody can smell them. And we've never met them. I've never met Amanda. I've never met West. But I just know I can smell them.
Yeah. I can, like, oh, it's disgusting.
Yes.
Frat house and bounce that ass. That's what they smell like.
And like sticky, and like the sticky floor of like you walk into a pub in the middle of the day.
And yes, and you can smell the dishwater that they use to wash the dishes.
That's exactly it.
That's them.
And it's so confusing because you know they're not using soap.
And especially not getting them feet. Can you imagine? You know they don't do that.
I said to Mani the other day, I said to the left, all of you with unwashed legs to the left. Because that's what those two need to do. Take your unwashed, dirty, greasy hair. Because they're not showering every day. Those two, they're not showering every day. They're like, maybe today we don't shower. Yeah, no big deal.
We didn't do anything. We didn't do anything but sit around. And you still need to shower daily.
And your dog was on you. Who was outside barefoot. You know what? I'm ruining dinner for everybody. Okay, goodbye.